Today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and how much I don't like them. Today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and how much they stink. You don't need them. Let me tell you why. Life is too short to not chase your dreams each day. If you think about it, we subscribe to so many different rules and social norms every day that we don't end up doing the things that we want to do. You hold yourself back worrying about what people think, or trying to please other people, or doing life the way that you thought people were supposed to do it, and then one day you wake up and you say, oh my gosh, I have a life that I didn't even choose. I didn't even want it. I believe that we need to make every day intentional. And so we're going to start by talking about what you can do right now, since it's the end of 2020 and we're looking towards 2021 to fulfill all of our dreams. The reality is you are the only one who's going to fulfill your dreams. You are in charge. You can want things and dream things and wish things, but you're the only person who really has any control over the goals that you achieve. You don't have control over your whole life. There are big life events, sad things, happy things, timing things that take control away from you. But everything else is in your control, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So when I come to the end of December, I have a reminder in my phone. It actually went off today, so I thought, let me share this. It asks to reflect on my calendar for the whole year. How did I spend my time? So I just scroll through my Google Calendar and I see what I spent my time doing. My calendar is full of meetings from my job. I didn't have a choice about those, but someday maybe we'll have less meetings and more action. There are a lot of little to-dos, a lot of errands, a little bit of doctor's appointments. There's a lot of downtime, and rest is important, and doing nothing is really important for your creativity. But what I'm talking about is downtime that's sort of wasted, where I spent my time doing things that weren't productive, or I spent too much time than I wanted to doing things like watching TV. So I did a vision board and these questions that I'm about to share last year, and so I can use those things to compare my calendar to. I can say, did my vision board align with my calendar? Does my calendar reflect what I wanted at the beginning of 2020? If the answer is yes, then good for you, good for me. If the answer is no, then this is where we make huge adjustments going forward. I made a collage of a bunch of photos of things that I wanted in my life that represented my goals. This kept my vision board uncluttered and clear of what I wanted, and pretty. So I'm looking at it now. I have guitar, because I wanted to sing and play more guitar and get better at it. I have a picture of a tidy bedroom, because I was purging a lot of stuff and trying to create a beautiful home with things that I like and decorate more in my apartment that I can't totally change because I don't own it. I had a picture of Kayla Itsinas because I have the Sweat app and I really like her. She's a fitness guru. She created this app and the BBG. There's also a picture of a laptop, coffee, and a journal, because all that together is really my travel and coffee blog, and I wanted to work on my blog and work on my businesses. I also have a girl snowboarding and a girl on the beach. The center questions say, where is the Lord asking you to walk with Him this year, 2020? What is He inviting you to lay down? What is He offering you to pick up? And what are the dreams that He is fanning into flame in your heart? I don't remember where I got this. I'm really sorry for whoever deserves credit for these. But I did answer them. And so you want to think about what you want, and then you have to decide what you need to get rid of. You can't just keep adding and adding things into your life. It's sort of a trade-off. If you're at max capacity, you have to delete some files before you can download something new. When COVID-19 happened, I realized about a month in that I needed to reevaluate my vision board to see if my goals were still pertainable or possible in the year. They actually were. It just changed the way that I did them. My goals were personal. They were about my fitness and my blog and doing sports and fun activities. The next step is figuring out some goals that are really specific. So I actually have a downloadable worksheet for this. If you want to click the link down in the description box, it'll send you right to a link. You pop in your email and you download this worksheet that helps you set your goals by asking you questions, prioritize one goal, and then break down that goal into mini steps. So what you want to do is think about what activities are important to you, right? Spending time with family, or eating well, or prioritizing my mental health through whatever positive coping strategies I have. And then you want to write SMART goals for these. What are SMART goals? These are all over the internet, all over TED Talks. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So if your goals are all wishy-washy and you don't give a certain number or a certain deadline, then these things are never going to happen. They're not specific enough for you to even know what to do with them. Once you've written SMART goals for the things that you want to do more in your life, you want to break it down into smaller timelines so that you can have little achievable wins. If you're a person who likes to celebrate and it keeps you motivated, you get a little treat, build in some treats for you. Whatever is going to work. I don't know. It depends on the goal. After you've set your goals and after you've used my worksheet to break down the mini goals and see what you're really going after and how you're going to do it, then you need to build in a check-in. Check in with yourself. Like I said, this is about to be New Year's Eve and people will make New Year's resolutions that don't mean anything. They're not specific enough. They're not SMART goals. They're not based on your true dreams. They're going to fall off their plans. They're just not going to be successful. Listen, I don't believe in motivation. It doesn't last. People can be motivated to do stuff, but if you don't have discipline, there is no follow-through. Discipline has been my word all of last year because I realized it kept being laid on my heart that I didn't have enough discipline to get the things that I wanted. And if you think, well, I wasn't motivated enough, that's actually not true. Like, I'm motivated, but that's not what gets me to stick through something. So I'm motivated, I want it badly, right? But you don't want it badly enough to make yourself do it. You have to have self-discipline. So I've been working on self-discipline and changing my mindset, which brings me to thinking if you start your goal and if you don't follow through, you cannot shame yourself. You cannot guilt yourself. You cannot say, well, no, throw it all away. Just start again. It's okay. You have to say, I'm okay. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a failure. I might have to start again. But the fact is that if you start again, you'll get it at some point. Do not give up and do not guilt or shame yourself. You want to achieve this goal, you need to be nice to yourself so that you just say, that's okay, next step, what's next? Just keep going and you'll eventually get there. I really appreciate you listening. I hope you try out these goals. Download my worksheet if you want. Subscribe if you want. I appreciate you being here. Much love, Sam.